After going to the playoffs last year, how are the Las Vegas Raiders rebuilding with a team that's actually more talented? Well, real teams are bonded and would run through a wall for each other. These guys don't even know each other. They also know their coach's schemes and what's expected of them in it. How much of this do the Raiders have? None. So this is definitely a rebuild. Why didn't we know that? We didn't want to know with all the rebuilding we've had to endure over the last 20 years. So were we sold the dream? Yes, but the new regime thought they might be able to replicate last year's results with the moves they made this offseason. They knew this was a rebuilding year regardless though. That's why owner Mark Davis isn't tripping out. The defensive line is one of the main reasons why the experts picked the Raiders to finish last in the AFC West back in August. They figured the team didn't have enough guys to rush all those quarterbacks in the division, and that would be their undoing. I disagree with that, thinking edge rusher Chandler Jones and interior defensive lineman Bilal Nichols will help Max Crosby in that department. But I couldn't have been more wrong. I mean, come on, Jones had 11 sacks last year. So those of you that said 5 of them were in one game, I said those 5 count, and it means he's still capable of taking over a game. You couldn't tell me nothing. I didn't think he'd be like he was in his younger days and get 20 sacks, but I thought he can at least chip in with 7 to 10. I mean, he's playing on the other side of Max Crosby, so he should be able to get that. But barring a miracle, he won't reach that 7 to 10 threshold. So far, 9 games in, Jones only has a half a sack to his credit, and he's not racking up pressures either. $17 million is a lot of money to be spending on a guy with a half a sack in a half a season. That was a win now move gone bust, but the trade for corner Rock Ya-Sin was the best offseason move the Raiders made for the defense. Yannick Ngakoue's pass rushing isn't worth how bad he is against the run. That's why he's playing for his 5th team in 7 years. And Ya-Sin, I wouldn't call him elite period, but he's an elite man coverage corner. He's why the Raiders are more man heavy now. When Nathan Natural Hobbs gets back next week, the Raiders are going to be locking some receivers up because Sam Webb is looking like an excellent number 3 corner. Don't look now, but the Raiders are built at the corner position. They have yet to allow a 100-yard receiver, and that's with injuries at the position. I don't think the Raiders have to worry about corners anymore. The problem is the Raiders' corners are good in man, but not that good in zone, and the linebackers and safeties are good in zone and horrible in man. That's pretty much what happens when you're in the midst of a rebuild. You have a roster that contradicts itself. When defensive coordinator Patrick Graham gets a linebacker and some safeties that are good in man coverage, the Raider defense will be great in coverage. There's a little bit left to do in the personnel/system rebuild on defense, but on offense it's just a system rebuild. McDaniel's version of the Erhardt-Perkins system is very complex. That makes it pretty tough on a quarterback that's been in the West Coast offense the previous 4 years. So quarterback Derek Carr is thinking too much and not playing as well as he can. That's usually how it is his first year in the new system. His rookie year, 2017, 2018, and this year. So it's no surprise he's not processing things as fast as he usually does. McDaniels knew that could happen. He has to rewire Carr's brain for different reads and progressions, just like Gruden did. I don't know how many of you know this, but Davis brought the new regime in based on their belief in Carr. Carr is actually Davis's pick as he forced then GM Reggie McKenzie into it. But either way, the new regime likes him and they actually tried to trade for him while in New England. So the same way Davis is going to give McDaniels another year, McDaniels is going to give Carr another year to acclimate to his system. It's a year to rebuild Carr. Man, we finally get a taste of the Raiders going to the playoffs last year, and the next year, it's another rebuilding year. But it's really no one's fault. They dug up some old Gruden emails and bam, time to start over. The new regime was really trying to win and go to the playoffs while rebuilding, but it didn't work out because of some misses in free agency. But you know what? A couple more pieces on defense and the Raiders are right there. Then there's Carr, the quarterback McDaniels needs to build into what he wants instead of the one Gruden wanted. So it all equals, we're just going to have to be patient. Thank you for watching. See you next time.